Right, 30 seconds, low intensity workout. This is number 19. We're getting through them. Classic 8 exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 8 exercises. So work equals rest. Therefore, it's low intensity. The exercise is not necessarily low intensity, but the fact that you're getting plenty of time to recover is what's getting your heart rate back down and makes you feel a bit easier than what a normal workout is. The first exercise in 5 seconds is going to be high knees. It's going to get the heart rate up. Focus on your breathing. 3, 2, 1, we're away. Let's go. So I want you nice and light on the toes. Okay, if you're feeling particularly stiff and sore, just go easy with it, okay? Work with it. Focus on your breathing. Good, and we're driving these arms. Purpose of this is to get the heart rate up, loosen off the legs a little bit, and get us nice and warm. Good. So with the next exercise, stop there. Your next exercise is a kettlebell swing. Okay, I can't force you to go light on them, but I would urge you to go light. Treat it as a low intensity workout, okay? So it's a classic kettlebell swing. If you want to practice single arm swings, alternative swings, go for it, okay? But remember, we're trying to keep this manageable this morning. So, 30 seconds of kettlebell swings, 5 seconds. Pick it up, chest proud, fine tune things this morning, okay? Hips back, snap them forward, squeeze the butt. So this is where, tone it down a bit, and just try to refine your technique. Think about the feet starting with. I'm driving those toes in hard, okay? I want to feel like those feet are cemented to the ground. They're not rolling all over the place. As I snap my hips forwards, I'm squeezing my butt as hard as I can, protecting that lower back. My shoulder blades also squeeze together, keeping that chest nice and proud. Relax there. And start thinking about all these little things that make the movement better. Our next exercise is an inchworm with a T rotation, okay? So we walk out, and I want you to T rotate 1, T rotate 2. Now remember, with those T rotations, keep your eyes on the fingertips and really focus on keeping that arm straight. 5 seconds, stand by. We're away, let's go. So we're walking out, get nice and tight, rotate. If you can only rotate so far with that arm straight, that's the point you go to. Try to work through it and then release, okay? Rather than bending that arm and looking like that. And then we're walking up, stand up tall, and then we're walking out. So you'll notice, as always, I try to include exercises that gets us moving, okay? Through a full range of movement, attaching quite a few different planes of movement into one exercise. Relax there. Next exercise is a jumping jack jump squat. Slow paced, okay? As in, nice and proud. Focus on the best squat you can. We're trying to use these squats to mobilize ourselves as opposed to you just going hell for leather and going through it too quickly, okay? So focus on your breathing. 5 seconds. So we're starting, feet together, ready for the perfect jumping jack. Take it away. Jumping jack 1, straight into a nice squat. So with these jump squats, take your time, get the depth, and then jump back up. And again, the purpose of this, is to try to mobilize tight legs. If your legs are sore and stiff, so you can see I'm not going fast, I'm focusing on good quality depth, and I'm even adding a pause at the bottom, okay? So I'm down, getting that stretch at the bottom, back up. Remember the purpose. Remember the purpose of the low intensity workout, right? See these folk dropping in and out with a dodgy broadband, right? Back in we go. So 15 seconds. Next exercise is an elbow plank. An elbow plank. Simple. Okay, an elbow plank. Yes, if you're just joining us right about now, in 5 seconds time, we're going to be doing an elbow plank. So get yourself set up tight and let's go. So with our elbow plank, feet together, knees together, squeeze them together. Squeeze the butt, and then I want you to get that chest proud. Okay, a lot of people arch their backs up when they're doing an elbow plank. Get it down, get the chest up, proud, push it through. Shoulder blades squeeze together, and then add emphasize to the brace already there. So squeeze the core as if someone's going to punch you in the stomach. and then someone's going to jump on your back straight afterwards. Good. Stand up. Good. So at this point already, your heart rate should be cruising, okay? It's certainly not a way up there. You're working, but you're managing, okay? You've got a bit of a sweat on, and you're already feeling a bit more mobile. Unless, of course, you're only just joining us. So, spot sprints next, okay? Another heart raiser. Get ready for it. Keep that kettlebell close to hand for the next exercise. Stand by. So it is what it is. Let's go. It's a spot sprint. With the spot sprints, get in the mindset of a high knee, okay? So you always think when you're doing a high knee, you pull those knees up. Think about pulling those knees up. But if you drive the arms real fast, okay, that'll shorten down your range of movement. Because a lot of people, they think too much about the feet. To go fast, pull the knees up and drive the arms fast. It's getting my heart rate up quick. And that's the whole point of this. Good. Relax. Okay, you're gonna need your kettlebell now. So we're moving on to a Turkish get-up. So a great exercise for using as a warm-up or a great strength exercise on its own. Like kettlebell, okay, practice it. It's to warm you up, it's to mobilize you, it's to loosen you off. It is not to throw you around. So pick a light weight or hold a water bottle, okay? It doesn't have to be heavy today. So I'm up, I've got the shoulder pulled in, foot, the arm and the foot of the same side is up, punch. So practice it. Purpose of it today is not to use a weight that's majorly taxing on you. The purpose of this is to move through all these different planes of movement, which is going to loosen you off nicely. Okay, plus it's a bit of practice for our Turkish get-ups. And it's all on the same side. I should have said that to begin with. Relax. If you change sides after each rep, don't worry about it, okay? That's my mistake. Your next exercise is, of course, a Turkish get-up on the other side. So if you were alternating arms after each rep, just keep doing what you were doing for the next 30 seconds, okay? Stand by, you've got 10 seconds left. I'll do them this way in case anybody's actually watching. So be powerful, be explosive, even if it's a light kettlebell or water bottle or anything. Still focus on punching. Treat it as if it was heavy. Try to keep the movement pattern the same as it would be. So if you're using a lighter weight, don't be lazy, as in, don't start forgetting to keep the arms straight. Don't forget to work through each range and each transition smoothly. Okay, the only problem is when people start doing these with a lighter weight, they just go through the motions, so to speak. So treat it. That's you. Good work. So that's us done. Circuit one done. Well, not circuit one, we'll call it run through one done. Catch your breath, okay? Next exercise, we're high knees. But because it's a low intensity workout, we're going to call it casual high knees. So push yourself hard, use it to get your heart rate up, use it to loosen you off. And we're just going to roll straight into the next run through, okay? I'm going to do it manually. We're not taking 60 seconds. We don't need 60 seconds off. Right, stand by, high knees, go. We're away. So focus on the height, nice and light. Purpose of this is to get the heart rate up, nothing more. So if those legs are feeling real tight, real sore, real stiff, just go casual with these, okay? But that doesn't mean start giving us this. Good. But what you will do is loosen out. If your legs are feeling tight, get some fresh blood into it. With heart rate up, pumping that around the body. Good. Focus on your breathing. So kettlebell swings next. Kettlebell swing variation. Giving you the choice. Okay, if you want to do a double-handed swing, a single arm swing alternating, that's up to you. Keep it light. Remember, it's a low intensity workout. Fine tune your movement. Drive the toes into the ground, feet are cemented. Chest proud, shoulder blades pulled together. Stand by. 3 seconds. Go. So now's the time. Fine tune. And I'm just going to talk through those points again. Make sure the whole foot is driven into the ground. Grip the ground with those toes. Don't have soft feet just rolling about aimlessly. When you squeeze them through, with those hips, squeeze the butt hard. Your shoulder blades should be squeezed together. from start to finish, your spine is in the same nice tight neutral position throughout this movement, okay? There we have it. Other points, grip the kettlebell tight, crush it. So what I mean by proud chest is not overextending, but keep the shoulder blades pinned as if you're getting your height taken, and you keep that going the whole time. That's also going to stop you going too far. A lot of people go too far back on their swings, okay? So keep the chest proud. Next exercise is an inchworm with a T rotation on each side, okay? So inchworm out, rotate, rotate, go. So keep it tight. Keep your eyes on the fingertips and try to keep as much of your belly button facing down the way as you can so that we can encourage that rotation from the thoracic spine rather than just turning everything round like you see now. Okay, so keep it tight. Keep your eyes on those fingertips. Keep your arms straight. Take it to the point in which you can't go any further. That might be a full rotation or it might not be. So what I'm saying is, if you've got your arms straight and you're rotating and you get to here and you start to give in, that's your sticking point. Drive through, release, okay, rather than going all the way up and looking like that. Okay, we don't want that. Right, next exercise, it's a jumping jack jump squat. With a good pause at the bottom of your squat, okay, loosen off these legs, open up the hips, stretch out the groin, nice and light, okay, stand by, 3, 2, 1, we're away. So it's a jumping jack, jump squat, down, stretch, back up. So we're getting the heart rate up, but the purpose of the squat is not to tire the legs out, but to stretch them out. So treat it like such, down, pull those knees apart, feel that stretch, pause, release. And of course, fine tune and think about your technique. Good, nicely done. Elbow plank next, everybody, elbow plank. Nice and strict, nice and tight. I'm opening up my door, it's boiling in here. Stand by. So 10 seconds, stacks of time. I could have had a walk around the block there. Nice tight elbow plank. Get in the position now. Set yourself up so that when that buzzer goes like it did now, you're already good to go. And keep it tight. Bridging movement here. So you should feel the core engage big time. A lot of people try to make it easier, and then as a result, do a plank that's not actually benefiting their plank, so they never get better at them. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the core, relax, good. Right, next exercise is with spot sprints. We're there again. We're nearly through this. Round number 2. So our spot sprints, just get in the mindset of high knees, but with really fast arms. Really chop those arms, and that will cut your high knees short, okay? Because we should be getting these feet off the ground. See a lot of people doing this, like they're on one of those step thingamajiggies off a QVC, okay? We don't want one of them. Get yourself moving, please. Right, okay, stand by, go. Nice and light in the ball of the foot. You're so fast that the heel, it doesn't even get a chance to touch the ground. Drive the arms fast. Focus on your breathing. Don't overthink it. Think about the arms chopping, chop, 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 and pulling those knees up. And a wee spot sprint, it's a lot harder than you think. Try not to slow down. Relax, beautiful. Right, stand by for your Turkish get-ups. So this is your chance to slow it down, refine the movement, but treat it as if it's heavy. Imagine it's heavy. So don't be lazy and let these arms sway around. Remember, if you had a bit of weight on, what would happen if the arm wasn't perfectly pointing towards the sky? Good straight arm, good drive of the foot. We're away, punch, drive, up. Treat it like it's the heaviest kettlebell you've ever lifted. Work through each transition. And even if you're not using a kettlebell or anything, still keep your eye on your hand, because that is where we find the balance. Relax, great work. So you've got 30 seconds. If you were doing alternative arms, obviously have a rest and then continue doing that when the buzzer goes. Or if, like me, you're doing one side at a time, just simply change arms. So you get 30 seconds, stacks of time, stacks of time. Good. Ready for it? 5 seconds. Stand by. We're away, punch, drive the hand, lift the hips, through with the leg. Try to break up each part of the movement. Purpose of this is to loosen you off, but more importantly, practice the movement, okay? So don't develop bad habits just because the weight's lighter or you're not using much. Good, fantastic. Right, 30 seconds rest, and this will be the third and final run through of your Thursday low intensity workout. So we're doing it all again, and then we're finished. So again, at this time, your heart rate's up, you're certainly not feeling jiggered, you're feeling more alive, more awake, a bit more energy's tapped into you now, okay? Got a sweat on. More importantly, you're mobile. So our next exercise is going to be a high knee. Stand by, I'm just going to override the timer again, everybody. You ready for it? 3, 2, 1, into our high knees, into our high knees. So again, focus on height. Slow it down if you need to get that height. Feel the core work. Land nice and soft on the ball of the foot. Collapse into the heel, not the flat foot. We don't want to land flat footed. We want all that shock to be absorbed and dispersed at the ankle, not shooting all the way up the hip. Same with all our sort of tuck jumps and spot sprints and jumping jacks. That's why we don't land flat-footed, relax there. Because you can test it now while you're resting. Jam the ball of your foot in. Shock doesn't travel up your leg. Drive the heel in. Ugh, you feel all that shaking up. Okay, or flat-footed, even worse, boom. We're sending all that shock up into our knees and our hips. And that's why a lot of people end up hurting themselves. Okay, next exercise is a kettlebell swing. Stand by. Let's go. So we've got the feet. We know to drive them in. We know to squeeze the butt. We know to keep those shoulder blades pinned. Even if your weight's light, still snap the hips forwards. Good solid grip. Crush it. And the last thing to fine tune here is the head. You've got to switch the neck off, everyone, which is harder than not. And what I mean by that is, as you push those hips back, look at my head. It stays neutral. I don't look forward. Spine going in here to the cranium. We don't want that curved, okay? But that's a bad habit by most people. They look like that. We want to switch that neck off, okay? And as we're doing it, the neck doesn't actually move, but it does require a lot of thought, believe it or not, and a lot of practice, because we don't want to be putting forces on that neck. Next exercise is our inchworm, T rotations. Stand by, go. I'll walk out, full press up nice and tight. Rotate 1, rotate 2. Focus on the rotations. Don't just aimlessly lift the hand up. Focus on that stretch. Feel the chest, the shoulders, the obliques, the lower back, that thoracic spine. It's what we're trying to rotate here, as opposed to the whole body. Relax. Good, and we're back up, flying through. Jumping jack, jump squats, with a pause at the bottom of the squat. Okay, stand by. So a good, nice, dynamic, boofed, jumping jack into a very controlled squat. Now, because you're landing into a jump squat as such, really focus on stabilizing that foot. So I'm out, driving the toes, feel that stability, then I'm down. Keep the chest proud so as to not let yourself dip forward. and feel that stretch. Good, great work. So a good pause at the bottom. Feel the stretch in the groin. Relax there, good. Next up, elbow plank. Nearly through it, focus on your breathing. Don't set up for the plank too early. Okay, you've got stacks of time. Let's use it, walk around, shake out. Okay, 15 seconds left. Good, 10 seconds. Now I would start casually getting ready for your plank. So we want to be ready, good to go. 3, 2, get into the position, and we're away. Just like that. Focus on deep breathing. In the nose, out through the mouth. And what you'll notice when you breathe out, you feel that you'll feel the core contract harder. Okay, it has to work harder. We've deflated the diaphragm. It's not there to stabilize quite the same. So let that be a lesson to you. Why do we take a big breath in when we're doing things like weight training and we're about to lift something heavy? We take a big breath in to get that extra support in the core, and that's a good way to demonstrate it there. When we don't have that big breath in, you feel how much harder the core has to work by itself. Next exercise is our spot sprints. 3 exercises left. 90 seconds of work and your day is done here. Okay, stand by, spot sprints. 5 seconds and we're away. Right, we're doing it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Never know what to do with 30 seconds. So we're going fast. Drive the hands, chop, chop, chop. Focus on your breathing, but it doesn't really matter for 30 seconds, to be honest. You should be working harder than my breathing can cope. So you will fatigue, you will burn. But that's okay. Good. 5 seconds, final push. Nice and fast, nice and fast. Good, Turkish get-ups, 30 seconds. Get yourself set up for it. Last 2 exercises and then we're done. And we've not steamed up this morning. Yes. I think I know why. It's been that cold in here, I've not been opening any of the windows or doors. And I think all the steam and fog coming off of me has been steaming up the lens. I know, disgusting. Right, let's go. Punch, drive, through. If it's light, you're still focusing on the transition, but you're still trying to be explosive. So we're not rushing the transitions, but we're still being powerful whenever we're moving. Especially off that ground. Been practicing those straight leg overhead sit-ups to try and get some power into getting off the ground flat. Good. And just like that, you've got yourself a wee rest. So, last exercise of the day. Make the most of it. It's your Turkish get-ups. So change sides, or if you were alternating between reps, keep doing what you're doing. Right, 10 seconds. So much time. So much time. 5 seconds, stand by. Set yourself up, ready to go now. We're away, punch. Really focus on driving that hand in as well. Beautiful. Right, carefully put your kettlebell down. Take 30 seconds to walk around and then we're done. Okay, so while you're walking around, focus on that breathing. Your heart rate might not be sky high. Doesn't have to be, but focus and we're nearly done. Good. So, low intensity. It should hopefully have felt as such. Doesn't mean to say that during the periods of work that it's easy. So we're not turning up for an easy day. We're just getting plenty of rest. So if anything, more than anything, you should feel a little bit like you're moving a bit better than you were before, a bit more alive, a bit more full of energy, and more importantly, you've done a bit of exercise without hopefully interfering with your recovery. So thank you very much, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.